Hello, welcome back to some more War of the Chosen, and we've got an invasion to deal with. An Advent assault, they're attacking one of our liberated regions. So we gotta stop them. The usual thing, reinforcements will be coming in, I think, from the third turn on. Got a whole bunch of enemies on the map. And there's our spire that we have to slay.
You won't have a concealed position for deployment on this one.
And of course, the guy who's concealed is all the way in the back. Does Mick have? Shame, shame, shame. Rebecca has. Okay, let's just make sure. Let's do one scan here at our starting position to see how we can move out. A bunch of advent dudes over there. We're pretty much on the edge of the map, nothing else visible. Okay, cool. So we can probably set up just outside the vision. That is interesting that it says to me, hey, you have vision on that shield bearer from here. Okay, now it's also showing the activation. I feel like it wasn't showing that a second ago. I guess there's two options here, right? Option one is we set up outside of the activation range and, you know, wait for their turn, or we set up here now, put back on Overwatch and bring somebody else into trigger. We want to kill as many enemies as fast as possible, so we have fewer enemies to deal with once the reinforcements start showing up. Now, how about this? Bring you in here. I think we might even just pop a kill zone in this direction. Also frees up you to move here. Give me line of sight on that whole thing. Also, Orion is our officer, our commanding officer for this mission, which is actually I'm totally okay with that little change here. And I think then you just move in, and we do a little bit of a zap.
Shoot the head! Take a look at those canisters. Well, killed him.
Hit all of them, even though they kind of all took the shot in the full cover of that tree. Ideally, would want some focus for you, but that's Purifier. That's not a healthy thing to attack. As with Bastion, and I don't think we have that. I'm not sure I wanna teamwork here. Just to get you early focus. Okay, let's do it this way. Let's also let's also throw in a battle scan over there. Make sure we can attack this guy without triggering half the map. Which, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think we can. I mean, we do have a lot of vision here thanks to the scanning protocol. Like we see that civilian there, so oh, hang on, no, that's not scanning protocol showing us that. That's just the game showing me all civilians on the map. But I see these guys I see here, these silhouettes. So they're definitely in range. Okay. There is a Hive Queen and a soldier. So I'm fairly certain if we attack this guy, we might get spotted by the soldier. I don't know. I think it's worth, like,
No retreat, no surrender.
it's worth testing out if we can get some focus here. Beautiful.
Order has restored. Our faith will prevail.
Onderweg naar positie.
You start scouting a little bit more.
Boasting.
Come over here. We get that civilian here out of the way, huh?
Got it covered. Move out.
If they disappear like that, they're just random normal civilians. If they become controllable, then they're part of your actual rebel force in that region.
Now comes the fun. Now comes the fun.
So it's a green action, so it doesn't cost an action. One charge, alright.
Double time.
Good to go.
It's because of boys have lightning reflexes, so I was never going to hit. Guy didn't quite get in range. Did he? Oh. 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 That explains it. It's not one Hive Queen that we have to face, it's multiple. Also just realized I didn't bring any snipers on this mission. It's an unusual thing to do. Wasn't even thinking about it when I set this up. Okay. Chrysalids can get a little bit out of hand if they start attacking civilians. Then we have, you know, cocoons and more chrysalids and more cocoons and more chrysalids and more. You get the idea. What if I attack this guy? Not hit the big boy there. I think the reasonable thing. We're back here, maybe in there. I don't. The reasonable thing is probably to zap something. Zap here. Then attack. Oh, something else pop up here for a split second. I'm not sure if we're gonna activate something else. No. Okay. Alright, hold that thought. Can we hit this soldier and this Hive Queen here? Yeah. But there's also some collateral damage. Maybe we can point our... We point the flamethrower down a little bit. We can usually kind of reduce the range. We try to point it up. He's like, no, I'm hitting that civilian. Screw you, Commander. I could also do one in this direction, one in this direction. But it seems like if we want to hit the Hive Queen... So the thing is, if I do this, I have a panic chance twice, right? Well, yeah, there's also a chance that that might be a faceless, so maybe we're not doing anything wrong here.
Killing it with fire.
It's not faceless, but it seems to be, that might be one of our actual rebels if they have that much health. Okay, but we got double panic, so does that mean I save on flamethrower charges, or do I just fire it again and hit the small chrysalid here? Yeah, I think we just give it another burn here. We're rocking the panics here today. Like it.
Got him.
Do you want to move anywhere with Implacable? And I do.
On the move.
Fine, I do. A little bit closer. And then it almost feels like this is a wasted rapid fire. No.
Hostile pacified.
What are we doing with Mick here?
Moving the designated coordinates.
Moving up, let's see if we can get a capacity. Oh, that's only one charge, right? Although, as we said, there's not gonna be any big robotics or anything on the mission.
Gremlin, full discharge.
Sure, let's get some damage in there. That also should probably almost kill these two with the burn, assuming they're actually burning and not just panic. I didn't pay attention to that. We'll see. Alright, I kind of think I want Rebecca here somewhere in case this advent comes, so we get some overwatches.
Sure thing.
Oh yeah, right. There might be a little bit of an issue. This might actually be a big issue. Alright. Can we add fire this?
Will do.
Suck on this.
Decent start. So it shows me this guy. Okay, hang on. See if you can get a nice null lens in here. That hits these three. Wonderful. Okay, maybe even finish this guy off with lightning hands.
See? That easy. That easy.
Okay. We don't see the queen right now. I'm wondering if we need to running gun and stun gun it. Going a little bit over might be enough. Okay, but first thing is we need to make sure we can kill these guys, which is gonna be a little bit tricky. We can grapple somewhere where we get line of sight. Okay, I can grapple here. That gives me line of sight on that lid. Then I can whiplash it, but we're whiplashing for 9. I think it should be 10, right? Because he's ruptured and he's not. That is unfortunate, but also weird. Seven is not really fitting me with hope and confidence, yeah. We do okay, so we're kind of running low on actions here. That works. You know what? Okay, in that case, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna check that we actually have line of sight for combat protocol. No, we don't. We're gonna move somewhere where we can combat protocol that second chrysalid soldier down there. Crazy Eyes is gonna run and gun.
Going in for the kill.
Yeah, 2 tiles over. For stun gun on the Queen.
Going for the stun.
Got her, okay. Skiing activating something else here a little bit, but I think I want that focus. So yeah, you won't have your shield up. A little bit. Well, what can you do? Also, we didn't rescue these civilians, even though we grappled right next to them. We don't have any overwatches, but so far we don't have any reinforcements coming in. Just gotta handle 2 Hive Queens here in the next turn. For a second I thought the game was crashing. That's good to know. Well, not that, but that we have a group right here.
Looks like ET phoned home for some reinforcements.
Can I invert on a big enemy? I cannot. So if I attack here, we'll probably activate that group. Will we set up overwatches for that? Probably not. Do I care? Probably also not. I could totally go here. Finish off this guy, do some damage to this guy. And then we'll see where they are, where they move to, and then we can react accordingly. I think Peter probably needs to work on this thing. Did I give you the Arc Blaster? I did. Okay, so we actually have 2 turns of not having to worry about this thing. Okay, in that case, get max focus.
Triumph through sacrifice. Danger lurks here.
That is probably what I wanted here. Because then we're just gonna immediately command here again. And I think the snake is there. So if I attack him diagonally, I think we might be able to hit them all. Either way. Apple. Just barely not hit the snake. No, I think the tile is in there, if it's the tile that I'm thinking where it is. Clean up, everybody does their part.
A
Ow.
Templar is
Ow.
never above training.
Ow. What's with the hive queens? That's really necessary. Okay. Alright.
Fired up!
I guess that's what we're doing.
You see that? We have a positive ID on the alien relay.
So far so good.
On my way. And that's how it's done.
I think back here everything is panicked and or burning except for the Hive Queen, right? Active 8. 5, 6, 7. Six, 7 craps, not the way I usually like to count. Here's a question. The real question is, if I Icarus jump somewhere over here with line of sight on the Hive Queen, which is gonna be tricky to actually get. I need to worry about the Hive Queen. Are civilians in range for her to attack? I'm not sure. Well, I mean, I don't even have to worry about civilians. Is El Capitano close enough to attack for her? And he probably is. He's in a smoke cloud, and I will probably give him a... Yeah, let's definitely give him 8 protocol. So I don't think at the moment that I have a good spot. I think we just need to have that Hive Queen have a turn. I lost line of sight on this one, but I guess I was shooting it from here, so let's just take a step. Just a step to the right.
Affirmative.
Shot to the face.
Targeting system must be busted.
How busted is it? 47?
I'm rolling.
It's for sure. We can really get Titan plating after this for everybody. Okay, here's the thing. El Capitano is here, and there's dudes around him that the Hive Queen cannot walk through, right? And if we maybe put a pillar somewhere else to just block the path a little bit more. Guy here. So let's put a pillar here, 2 tiles away. Just, you know, or only leave 1 tile gaps. I don't know. Look, I don't know. I'm not supposed to know what I'm doing here. I even lost, you know, I lost an enemy somewhere. Don't know where that is. You are an actual rebel. Over here. Okay. You are an actual officer who picks up loot. Oh no, you're not an officer actually. We just have to bring you in. Clean up all that. Then again, that's also an arcwave cleanup down there. Thing doesn't really have anything useful to do right now. Like, I have a charge, but that is through the fire and flames. That's not where we want to be, so I think you're just gonna be my best candidate at cleaning up whatever's left after they take hits from Rebecca's overwatches.
Exploring here. Ammo here.
Make sure you pull ammo. Oh, and Pagan. Whole feeling here, buddy. Do you feel like a big old chrysalid killer?
Let's do it.
That's the spirit. 30. Okay, actually, on second thought, Soulfire is fine.
Standing fast.
Okay. I'm a little bit concerned about Pablo. But, I mean, that was a good firestorm. Like, if there was ever a situation for a firestorm, that was a firestorm situation.
Enemy spotted.
Destroyed!
That's nice. Okay, so we had one more soldier active? No, they're just about to activate. What invasion is what? What is happening here?
Not even close.
I mean, I kinda, you know, I was looking at the enemy list and I'm like, oh, I guess it's mostly Advent. No, it's mostly chrysalids. You got that one wrong. Oh, we're gonna do the civilian hunkers down here thing again? No? I'm not really sure what happened. Saved one. Also, no, didn't lose one yet. And the Hive Queen, is it stuck? Is it stuck in some walls that cannot be moved through? I don't know. Okay, first things first. Mick. I have a feeling about a full override on that mech. What's your regular hack chance here? 65 to control. We do have failsafe. We also do have a stun gun available again, so we could stun the big boy. Somewhere. Don't have a running gun available, that's the problem. But what if we drastically improved line of sight around here? Pablo, you're still in the smoke. Smoke's great, right? That's a civilian. I guess we just have to really carefully target this rocket. Ah, bye. Ah, bye. 0.57 that we don't kill the civilian. I'll take these odds, right? Also, let's make sure we're not kidding ourselves.
No use running.
Yeah. That's some precision XCOM work here. Does that give us line of sight on the Hive Queen? Yes. Cool. Yes, I don't need to kill it this turn. That was my main concern. In fact, I can probably just... You kill that Hive Queen, like reload single shot.
Ready to
Yeah,
engage.
let's do that. That is technically not a kill.
Targeting system must be busted.
I had a penny for every time you said that. I had several penny. I would have several pennies, yeah. Actually, let's just get rid of that Overwatch. It's just throwing me off every time. Guess the question is, what do I do with my first action? Maybe just move up, so that I'm closer to whatever else this is gonna be here. I wish I had non-turn ending actions, because there's also definitely some chaining joke potential over there. Do we have a threat assessment? No, because we have full override. But I guess Pablo is kind of still out there with his, you know, something flapping in the wind.
Making new friends.
I'm going for the master. If we fail, we can kill this thing. If we don't fail, great. We have a mimic beacon, a friend. My friend, my king. Thought I'd be fighting side by side with a longbow. Anyway, I think we're gonna vote there. That seems reasonable.
There was no alternative.
It was showing that this soldier would also take damage, but you know, that was a freaking lie.
We should gather. I am intrigued.
We should gather these. Okay. Wait, hang on. That was probably the missing enemy we were seeing the whole time. which is it's chrysalid, and that's concerning. I think you're just gonna finish off this. You can reload in.
Kill confirmed. I'm all out. I'm ready. Affirmative.
Cool. Three, it's just active 4, remaining 7. And we know 3 are advent over here, so there's nothing else we could activate over here. So we can actually come in with Talsion for some Reaper goodness. Reap 1, 2, and the little one.
Not a problem. Attempting stun.
I have been stunned. Alright, then let's do Reaper action. Ideally without setting ourselves on fire, which seems like that's a good spot to not be on fire.
Ze hebben me te pakken.
Can I hit... I cannot attack the little one because it's in the other one? What? Probably. Are you actually there, little chrysalid? Because I don't have line of sight. Might be somewhere else. But the Hive Queen is stunned, so the only one who could attack me would be the little chrysalid, and one attack I can combatives, parry, counter-attack. So I think we're just going in here, 95% chance to crit. Let her rip. Alright. We're not gonna have reinforcements this turn.
Okay.
The one turn of respite here. Let's get a scan out. Maybe we can spot the Advent dudes. Further away than I thought.
Ready.
Take the reader here to reload. You're kind of done on this part of the map. I think that can be cleared up much by Rob on its own.
Our faith will prevail.
In this direction, and I think since we don't even have them on scanning range, I think they shot something here back at the car. You in this direction. You too.
Let's have some fun. Let's get crazy.
Get over here and get me up.
Looks like ET phoned home for some reinforcements.
Right. Hypothetical question. What's the range on a good old micro missile here? You're a longbow, right? Not a short bow. It's probably just the angle of this building being in the way.
Going.
It's gonna be a little bit cheeky. But hey, they're killing civilians off screen, then I can bombard them off screen. Apparently I can't. Can we get a cheeky battle scanner all the way over there? Possibly. I move you in this direction.
Moving.
Not off screen if I actually have line of sight to the guys. You're not letting me micro-missile if I don't have line of sight to the tiles. That is a scam if I've ever seen one. So blocking the pipes here. Could just move. They scatter. I grapple to a flank. Blah blah. Get the micro missiles. Pagan can come up. Do something. What can I actually do? What's not on cooldown? Soulfire is on cooldown. That's on cooldown. I guess you can explode somebody's grenades. The smarter thing would be to charge here. Do we have any other way to activate them? Yeah, actually, forget the micro missiles. Hello. Hello. You don't have line of sight, so I can't charge. Yeah, damn it. That wasn't that smart. It's not my smartest move ever. Hypothetically, though, I would need to see the sergeant. You don't see anyone else. Okay. So, can Chris get line of sight on the sergeant? Yes. When you run in, damage charge, get the kill, get an implacable move, or, you know, raise for 5, don't get the kill. God damn it, why do you have to be like this? I was also gonna dodge. Unless we do this, get his evasive gone. I'm not gonna have overwatches with Rebecca on the reinforcements. I'm just gonna stand out in the open. Commando. And we're untouchable, so we can bait the other guy. Okay, meanwhile. We still at meanwhile stage? No, my next turn for meanwhile. Actually, on second thought, let's just keep this thing up here. Unalive queen. Also looked like a knockback. Yeah, you can't attack anything. But now you can attack the smokers. So it was, they were stuck in each other, I guess. Interesting. Don't think I've ever seen that happen.
Deflection. Who's keeping score? Toss me some
It's
ammo.
actually a negative for me because now I can only attack once. Otherwise, I could have sliced and then flashed. I'm gonna do one attack here. And positioner says that we can double attack the spire next turn here. That's not helpful. Yeah, noticed. You know what? You know what? An officer here. We'll just command Rebecca for the overwatches on the reinforcements.
Ah,
Overwatching.
We kind of regrets that we didn't get a chance yet for a good old Icarus jump into refraction, into saturation fire. I gotta say it already here. I do not intend to farm reinforcements for an hour. Like, the only corpse we remotely still need is a gatekeeper, and gatekeepers, I don't think they can drop in at all, maybe after like 10 waves, and I do not have the patience for that. Look, boys coming in.
Looks like ET phoned home for some reinforcements.
This Overwatch is sword right now. That looked like a convoluted way to get to that position.
Looks
That's
like ET phoned home for some reinforcements.
bad timing to have to reload there, Mr. Officer, eh? Sorry, hang on. Hang on, let me reload. Sucks to not have an autoloader, huh?
What a joy to watch the Challenger's demise. Moving to defend there.
Well, okay, so the commando, right? He's evasive, so that the first attack he will always dodge. Or will he?
Lot of good that did.
Yeah, no, And of course, I remembered that the Vanguard was on fire, so I wasn't scared of his close combat specialist. And anyone who claims otherwise is a filthy liar. And shut up. I'll get back to you in a second. Let's hold this.
You lack honor.
Back here. Nice. At least the spire no longer gets massive environmental damage. The soldiers that are standing next to it, yeah, screw those guys. We're just gonna run through the fire. Through the water even. The fire never hurt anyone. Alright.
Menace 1-5. Neutralize all remaining enemies and secure the AO.
Solid copy. I'm about to start keeping score.
How do we kill the commando?
So let's go.
Which else does the commander have left? A little bit too much. Now it's gonna be fine.
All right.
Overwatch. Aye.
Left.
Yeah, since reinforcements have been coming further into the map here. In terms of its drop location, let's move Rebecca a little bit over.
Heading out.
And I group up here and then see what we get. We get one more wave of reinforcements here. I have to handle. Looks like just Advent because they're dropping in with a dropship.
They're trying to flank us.
And a super heavy mech.
Open
Vanguard,
fire.
huh? No. Theo, get out of the fire.
Booyah! How do you like me now?
Yeah, look, I would just regret it if I didn't use it, so I'm just gonna... Reflection fields into a cyclic fire on the super heavy mech. And we got the crit out of it. That did a lot of good. Not sure what you're talking about.
Hoorah.
Understood. Moving out.
Okay, just so, because I think I got very little value out of it so far this campaign. It's blinding Protocol the Vanguard, shutting off his close quarters specialist. So we can now... I thought for some reason Vanguards had grenades. Let's just blow up this guy here. Oh, but you're standing right in there. Well, look like somebody who cares about explosions. No, Vanguard does have. Hey, I thought I didn't have you as target. Oh, you know. At least I did a little self-immolation there. He's burning. Let's just finish it.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Shot.
Menace 1-5, status confirmed. We're not picking up any additional contacts. The AO is clear. Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
All in a day's work. Good mission. That was a lot of chrysalids. I'm really curious to see the loot list in a second here. Let's see what we all picked up. Yeah, definitely some Arcwave Apotheosis value. Even that Volt was pretty nice. That 312, and then the next is Rebecca with 130. Yeah. Did I say that right? 7 turns? 7-turn invasion?
Advent officials revealed today's maneuver by local peacekeepers was a planned exercise. Citizens should not be alarmed. All weapon fire and wounds were simulated to better train Advent forces.
Most under fire, nobody. Okay.
The soldier that joined us from the Resistance is certainly a quick study, having already surpassed some of our other soldiers' capabilities. "30 chrysalid corpses." Now, I'm fairly certain Hive Queens give 2 corpses. Now that can't be right. Maybe soldiers give 2 and Hive Queens give 3. We had 30 enemies on the map. We had that Advent group on the side that Xen mostly soloed. We had that group with the snake for the first arc wave, and when we did that arc wave, we activated another group. So I think we had 9, and the group at the start, 12 non-chrysalid enemies. So 18 chrysalids, 3 Hive Queens, and like 5 soldiers. Somebody will figure out the math on that, how we ended up with 30 corpses. But maybe it is a matter of soldiers giving 2 corpses and Hive Queens then 3. Or maybe they all give 2. Like all the queens and the soldiers. Yeah, that will work out somehow. I don't know. Whatever. 30 corpses. Chrysalid armor for everybody if we really need it. I can probably also just look in the patch notes and see what we actually get here in terms of additional corpses. Okay, let's just fly somewhere.
Avenger plotting new course.
Oh, I also want to check here. With the invasion happening. It was not from Western Europe. Western Europe is still at 10 strength. Like the region that launches the invasion loses 2 points of strength. So it must have been from East Africa. We have 80 legions on the map. Do I wanna try to figure out what kind of strength is in there? No, probably not. Alright, Cygate is done.
Now prepared to autopsy the body of the powerful being we recovered, Commander. I feel
that
If we
may
do
be on the
this-
cusp of attaining a complete understanding of this avatar we have long sought.
If we do that, we trigger the reveal of the final network tower mission, etc., and all the cutscenes. So I think we will leave that be for now. I think I wanted to wait for this to complete, right? And then get them onto this. So we're gonna infiltrate this HQ here in a second. Alright, let's set up a spot for this. One more HQ.
Australia.
So there's a good chance that we're gonna have that HQ, the Chosen Avenger defense, final network tower, final mission. Hang on, and I guess we can set up that supply depot raid. So we have 5 more missions in this campaign, which, you know, if we want to set it up that way. Let's see how we're looking for. Oh, were we waiting for something else? Oh, we're actually waiting for that bond training also, right? Although, let's be honest, you're never getting 50 XP, Mr. Handsome Guy. You're gonna get on that. What's it called? On that supply, the crate extraction. You can go on that mission. All right, so let's get the other people in here. And I also think, so we don't have double assault on HQ, that Koala here goes on that supply crate mission too. And then we have the other people here. So that means though that you are currently lacking our officer for this squad, which is fine. Or oh, you are on that mission? Okay. So I guess then that means Maria and Yorick come in here. Evan. So at that point we just want an officer. Yeah, let me double check. I guess Rob is the best candidate here. So we have also then scouting, stealth. I mean, we kind of have it, but we want it properly, right? Well, that being said though, we don't have a gunner. So we have Buttspot for shredding purposes, and with Overdrive it's like ghetto cyclic fire. Let me see how I like this squad here. Let's get Rob in here. We got 2 Overwatch shooters, short range, we have psionic support, we have sniping, Sniping, scouting. Oh, also we have banish. What we don't have is a good AoE for like an initial opener. Where we could like do double Overwatch ambush. And then a no lance or something like that. Alternatively, hear me out on this. I'm taking Rob. Two people here. Extends the time a little bit. We're gonna boost it. 8 days is not a terrible timer. So then we have an officer and a scout. And that scout has our opener with Iron Curtain. Because he can reconcile thanks to refraction field. That gonna be silly? Maybe. Sometimes silly is exactly what you need. In this case, you are not gonna get special ammo, so we have at least one medkit. Everybody's tactical vests. Everybody has. Get out of it. My armor. Every HP matters. Sometimes.
Sky Ranger, we're in the pipe. 5x5.
So with an 8-day timer here, we're gonna have the covert action to get the crate extraction mission. It's gonna go in 4 timer, then we infiltrate for 4 more days. So boost already. So now it's 8 days, 5 hours. Okay, cool.
Avenger plotting new course.
And all of that should then be complete before the supply drop comes and before the Chosen Avenger defense happens.
Our actions have succeeded.
Yay, superior defense, let's freaking go. Goddamn. Alright, find the supply depot with ambush chance. We might as well get Eddie in here. Get some XP for the covert action and then immediately go on the extraction mission. Looks reasonable.
Let's just hope your people can keep up.
And if we complete the HQ, that cancels the dark event. So no matter what that is, I don't have to bother about it. All checkpoints expired.
I am sure
Don't have
you
to
will
worry
find the
about
results
it.
to be as intriguing as I do, Commander.
Hypothetically speaking, if you were to take apart some chrysalid corpses, what are we getting from that? 6 alloys. Anything we're lacking Illyrium, not alloys. Get an Illyrium core from taking apart an Andromedon wreck. Where was that? It's kind of the only thing that gives actually immediately available area, huh? At faceless. Or we just scrap some cores. Yeah, you know what?
I will make that our
Eat 5
highest
cores.
priority.
Nom nom nom.
Another important step forward in our research. The outcome of this research can only further our advances, Commander. We have made a number of new discoveries, Commander.
Have we though? Is it really a new discovery if you just do the same thing over and over?
I do not think I could have predicted this outcome, though it is intriguing. I think you will find
Yeah,
our
I think that was
results
5.
exceeded expectations.
And I think we're going back to basic
see
research,
that work
just so that
begins
I don't have to
immediately.
get Tigan every 20
I'll
seconds.
contact you when I have a full report available.
Read, coming in 4 days. It's gonna make the HQ a little bit harder, like a little bit more strength. I don't think I want to set up a separate squad for this. I'm really now a little bit in the autopilot mode here. Like, I enjoy the late game.
Continue to make progress on the
Don't get me wrong.
If we're going to slow them down, we'll need to move fast.
But I already think we are probably dragging out this campaign a little bit.
Advent isn't exactly known for being quiet.
Alright,
So I'd
but
love
it
to
looks
find out how you
like
pulled off this ambush.
we're gonna have an ambush.
Your attempts at subterfuge have failed, and this defeat will be a costly one.
Wilderness ambush.
Setting course for the Australian sector.
Well, your bond mate, or your squad mates are on this ambush mission, so you definitely go in. And then we had, yeah, exactly. And some guy and BP. Yeah, now we're rocking double officers. It's fine. It'll be fine. We'll manage, I think. Hopefully. You got pistol skills, and you got pistol skills. Okay, and that means I guess we have one additional episode then. Because we're gonna have a bunch of time still on the Geoscape. So next episode we're gonna have the ambush and all the Geoscape stuff leading up to the HQ assault. And then the HQ assault, and then the supply depot, then the Chosen Avenger defense, and then the final 2 missions. Looks like we got a work cut out for us. For now though, talking about cutting, it's time for me to put a cut in here. And yeah, next time, probably shorter episode with the ambush, but don't worry, the episode after that is gonna be a little bit longer. So thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.